Hi, and welcome to another installment of Coffee Breaks with Brittany. Today, I'm enjoying my coffee from this adorable little handmade mug from a lady named Lou at our local farmers market. She makes the cutest mugs, and I almost hate visiting because I spend way too much money on her mugs, but they're adorable and they're worth it. So, I love them. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of styled shoots from a client's perspective, viewing a professional's portfolio, and also a professional photographer's perspective. I think there's a lot of weird stigmas around stylized shoots, and I think that they have an awesome place in the photography world as long as they are talked about and people participating in them are honest about participating in them. Some of the pros of styled shoots, just right off the bat, you are experimenting on clients that are not paying. I think that that's really important, especially as a professional trying to build a portfolio. You do not want paying clients to be your guinea pigs. Not only is that setting them up for not the best of your work, but also, it's setting you up for lawsuits, and that is obviously the most extreme, and you don't want it to go there. But you don't want paying clients to be your guinea pigs. I think that styled shoots are awesome for that reason because they're already dressed up, they're already stylized, they look amazing, and all you have to do is pose them and work with them. And if something doesn't work, you start over. And it's fine. They don't mind because they're there for that reason, so you can practice on them. A great thing from a client's perspective with that is you are not your photographer's guinea pig. You have seen their work in their portfolio, you've seen the styled shoots they've done because they've told you that they're styled shoots. And you know that they're not practicing on you, that they've already practiced on these people and they're ready to work with you. They're ready to recreate these images because at that styled shoot, they learned what works and what doesn't work. They've learned verbiage that works and doesn't work. They've seen poses that work and don't work. You don't want to be that for your photographer if you are paying for their services. Now, if you're modeling, if you've responded to a model call and you're participating in that, of course, that is where you are the guinea pig. But if you are a paying client, you never want to feel like they are practicing on you. I cannot stress that enough. That is one of my favorite things about styled shoots. I'm a huge advocate for them and I participate in them and I think they're wonderful. They're amazing learning experiences and I am very honest whenever I do a styled shoot. If someone likes an image in my portfolio and they're drawn to that image and they want to recreate it, the first thing I say, oh yeah, that's from a styled shoot that I did with this photographer and these models and these vendors, and I can definitely recreate that for you. Let's go, but I think it's very important to be transparent about it. It should offer a level of comfort in both the photographer and the client. Another pro, especially for the wedding styled shoots, is if you're a bride and you've chosen your photographer and you're looking at their portfolio and it's filled with styled shoots, first of all, that shouldn't deter you. I think that it's great. Again, you're a paying client. Wedding photography is a huge investment and you want to make sure that you're investing properly. So seeing those styled shoots in there should be comforting. It's a great sign that they're working, they're actively practicing, and they are active in their education. Another great thing as a bride is that photographer knows all of the vendors in there. So if you're looking at an image and you like her dress, or you like her necklace, or you like the flowers, you like the cake, you like an aspect of that image, chances are your photographer can refer you to that vendor right then and there, and you can bring that to life in your own wedding. That is huge. Styled shoots, if you don't already know what they are an organized event where photographers typically pay to work with models and items that have been either donated or purchased from local vendors. The local part is the important part because if you are actively planning your wedding and there's a certain part that you haven't gotten to yet and you really like something that you see in your photographer's portfolio, they can refer you to that and they're local. You know that you're supporting a local business and you know that you already like their work, you've seen it, and the photographer can also give you a reference as far as the character of the vendors or what they liked and didn't like about the cake. Maybe the cake is gorgeous, but you know what? At the end of those styled shoots, who eats the cake? We do. We can tell you what it's like. Yes, the cake is beautiful, but you know what? It was a little dry. Or, yeah, the cake is gorgeous and it was the best cake I've had in my entire life. What's better than that, right? You get to sit down with your photographer and then they could potentially help you with another pain point that you're experiencing in your wedding planning. So that's an awesome part about working with somebody that has done styled shoots. They have a list of vendors that they like and that they would love to refer you to. And that's huge. Another thing from a professional photographer's perspective is you get to build your portfolio. Having a diverse portfolio showing off your work in different conditions is extremely valuable. You want clients to be able to see that you can work indoors, you can work outdoors, you can work in golden hour, you can even make it work in high noon. I mean, having all of those different images in your portfolio is really, really beneficial. So now that I've sung my praises on styled shoots, because I just love them, I think they're great, I want to talk about some cons. So one of the biggest cons, and it's a big one, is there is a good chance that if you are looking at your wedding photographer's portfolio and you see 30 different images from one styled shoot, there's a pretty good chance that they did not style all of those images. What it looks like if you have never been to a styled shoot, depending on how many vendors they have and how many photographers they have, it can be chaotic. My first styled shoot, I want to say there were 15 to 20 photographers, and it was so intense and I was terrified. I am an introvert at heart, and I walked up, immediately froze when it came to posing because I was surrounded by all these amazingly talented professional photographers and I did not want to make a fool of myself in front of them. But the idea is that there's 20 of you shooting the same couple and about 10 of you are shooting at the same time. One of you is posing. So I walk up and I say, hey, you guys look amazing. Why don't you move your hand here? Let's stand this way, look this way. I shoot. And there's a line of people behind me shooting the same exact thing. So while we have different perspectives and we have different compositions, it's the same pose. So when you're looking at the portfolio of your future family photographer, wedding photographer, your future photographer in general, and you know that you're looking at a stylized shoot, do not be shy. Ask them, is this your posing? It may not be, and that's okay. Because there are plenty of things to look at other than posing in an image. You want to look at the composition is a big one. You want to look at the lighting. You get a good idea of their eye. But at those styled shoots, probably 15% of the images that I leave with are my own poses and my own direction. It's 100% styled by me. The other 85% we're going to go with is from other people. I have had an experience where we go and another photographer is posing, and if everybody's polite enough, they'll take turns and they'll say, okay, you can tweak it a little bit. Okay, now you tweak it a little bit. So I'll just say, hey, look over here. Let's do a soft smile or do a big smile. Let's giggle. And so I did have an influence in it, but the overall pose is by someone else. And so that's kind of one of the biggest cons I can think of is sometimes it does become slightly inauthentic, and only slightly, and I cannot stress that enough. It is a slight inauthentic property. The photographer still took that photo. No one else can take that photo the way that they did, and no one else can edit it the way that they did. So that's just one little thing to be mindful of. If you're looking for a photographer that poses well, if that's the one thing that's the most important to you, that should be the question you're asking. Did you pose this? Did you style this? How much of an influence did you have on this particular photo? And only with styled session. I'm not saying ream your photographer, because then that also might create kind of a boundary with you. And photographers can tell you no, they don't want to work with you. You don't want that to happen. So I mean, don't grill your photographer, but also don't be shy. A photographer that has participated in a styled shoot should always be transparent and honest about it. And if you feel like they're not wanting to share with you the details of how an image was created, that should be a red flag, and it couldn't hurt to shop around and look at some other photographers. You want someone that's honest about their work, and you want someone who doesn't mind answering questions about their work. Other than that, I think in-whole styled shoots are super fun. They're great. They save the photographer and the client a lot of investment and a lot of time. And so, if you notice that a photographer that you're heavily interested in has participated in style shoots, don't let that deter you. Be sure to just ask them questions. And it's just like any other job interview. And as professional photographers, we realize that. We don't just get the job because we have nice images. The job happens after a full on conversation about our work. And your photographer should be able to talk about their work confidently and openly. And that's it. I mean, other than that, styled shoots are amazing. They're great. And I love the connection that it offers potential clients. I think that we kind of serve as a middleman for clients finding vendors. And that is a great thing to do because as a professional, you gain that trust of your client of being able to offer them an honest opinion of what it's like to work with a certain vendor. And that is invaluable. So I guess that's it. There you have it on my thoughts of styled shoots. Huge advocate as long as they're open and transparent. I think that they're an amazing asset to the professional photographer's experience, and the client should be able to find comfort in the fact that you are practicing on non-paying clients. And also, a great thing comes from knowing that your photographer has invested in their own experience and their own education, and that offers another element of trust. You know, hey, they really, really want to stay up to date with the latest trends. They want to know what other professionals are doing. They're also networking with other professionals. So, yeah, huge advocate here of styled shoots. If you have anything to add as to why they're great or why they're not so great, don't be shy. Let me know. I love getting feedback on these videos because I think that while hopefully the content is valuable, the comment section should also be valuable to anybody seeking out this information actively. So I hope that this has been informative to you. I hope you come back for more. If you do want to see more of my videos, you can go to BrittanyLynnImagery.com/coffee and you can see an entire list of the videos that I have currently. You can also sign up for email updates for when new videos are released. So I hope to talk to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I can't express my gratitude well enough with words, but I am so thankful and I look forward to making more videos like this for you. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.